Hello, I'm Harry for TV. I'm reacting you're gonna have to. And today I'm going to be reacting. This is going to be another nostalgia reaction. And this time I'm going to be reacting to the old Jeff the Killer love stories that I used to react to online. I can never remember the name of the YouTuber who narrates them. Hang on, let me just look it up. There we go. There we go. It's by a YouTuber username called A Secret I Have. And, from what I can remember, she does have quite a good reading voice. So, without further ado, the link is in the description. Make sure you go and subscribe to A Secret I Have. That's all one word, and let's begin.
My eyes flutter open as my phone vibrates out of control. I grunt frustrated. It is Saturday, and I forgot to turn off my frickin' alarm. I tried to go back to sleep, but it was no use. I got up, got dressed in some ripped jeans and an Iron Maiden concert t-shirt. I did my short brown hair, lined my dark blue eyes with eyeliner. I slipped my checkerboard Vans on and headed downstairs. I saw my puppy laying on the couch. He was so cute. Ozzy, come here, boy. Yes. Come on, sweetheart. We're going for a walk. I put his harness on him, and we leave the house. Hope, is it? A man laughs as he slowly walks towards me.
We're not even going to get any character development from Hope. We're just going to jump right into the Jeff.
The man was wearing black dress pants and white hoodie. He had black hair about as long as mine, maybe a bit shorter. His face was covered by his hood. The only thing I could see was an evil smile that was literally ear to ear. I screamed and my dog ran over and bit the man's hand. He screamed in pain as his hand gushed blood. He dropped the knife. I quickly grabbed it and got up. I saw his full face. It was completely white. It looked like he was smiling from ear to ear because he must have caught it or something.
I don't think
the worst part were his eyes. He had no eyelids. His eyes were never closing. I heard him.
Credit work due. The brother seems like a likable character.
He gave me a big hug and walked out. My brother is 15, and I'm 17. We have always been really close, and even though I never lied to him, it still broke my heart that I didn't tell him the truth. But it was for the best, right?
Yeah, no.
I was up all morning watching old Family Guy episodes.
Yeah, if a killer is trying to attack you, better tell him. Better tell someone.
Trying not to disturb my dog, who was laying on my lap, I got up and checked the mirror. I couldn't tell my mom I was almost killed.
Why not?
Looks like I'll have to play that old
That's the bad thing.
Dad card
That's the thing about these creepypasta fanfics.
I walked downstairs and tried to avoid my mom and just get some breakfast. Well, you're up early, she says, not looking up from the newspaper she was reading. Yeah, I was just going to grab an apple and go back up to my room.
Yeah, that's the thing with these creepypasta fanfics. For some reason, the love interest doesn't tell anyone about her encounter with a serial killer. Giving me a good look and motions me to come to her.
She gives me a big hug. Honey, is this about your dad again? I started to tear up at the thought of my dad. I shook my head as tears rolled down my face. Hope. It's been almost a year since your father was murdered. You need to start moving on.
Gia, what did you murder him?
Trust me. You need to start moving on.
Gia, what did you murder him?
Trust me.
3
That's what he
guesses.
would have wanted.
Jeff, Eyeless
I
Jack, or Freddy Krueger.
And walked away. I used to be so close to him.
That last one was a joke.
He was on a business trip in Seattle when he was brutally gutted. I knew that he shouldn't have gone. Sweetheart? My mother yells up at me. Me and Red are going to the store to shop for a present for Sarah. Her birthday is next week. Will you be okay alone? I'll be fine. I asked why. He just stood there and laughed.
Why?
I woke up shaking.
Why?
I really need some fresh air.
My name's Jeffy.
Now I knew that was a bad idea, but I couldn't help myself. Plus, I wouldn't go far.
But these creepypasta characters and
she was like my only friend. I could trust her. then I felt warm breath on my neck. I felt my heart skip a beat and I didn't want it to. But I turned very slowly and saw him standing there. It was odd I didn't see a knife in his hands like I did the last time. "Hey," he said, smirking. "Hi?" I managed to shudder out. "Oh, but there's no need to be scared." "Are you kidding?" "Are you kidding? You tried to kill me. Like, 4 hours ago? And now you're telling me not to be scared?" He gave me a cute little smile and started to walk away. "Wait,"
Cute.
I grabbed his wrist. "You know my name. So now I want to know yours." Letting go of his wrist, he looked up.
My name's Jeff.
"I'm Jeff." He smiled.
My name's Jeff.
That name suited him pretty well. "When will I see you again?" I ask as he walks away. "Soon," he says to me. I must have been smiling huge because when I got to Sarah's house, her mom answered the door. He didn't, well, obviously. I cried all morning before I decided I should come and talk to you.
Sure, yeah,
On my
Jeff
way
became
here,
a
I saw him again.
harmless.
He
A
didn't
bloodthirsty killer
threaten me,
like
though.
him won't
It
hurt
was
you.
weird.
He's
I
harmless.
got his name and he said he would see me around.
Seriously. Why
Sarah
can't we
looked
get
speechless and
a
gave
more
me a joking
dark
look.
fanfiction about Jeff?
"You like him," she says, poking me. I blushed a little and looked at the floor. "Oh my god. Oh my god, walk you
I
home."
actually made a few
No, I
playlists
don't
of
want you to
the
get hurt.
video of
gave
the
her a hug and
Jeff love
left.
stories.
Walking back to my house, all I could think about was
There's
Jeff.
actually a few of them on
His
this
face was
narrator's YouTube
horrific,
channel.
bloody, gross, at the first glance.
I'm gonna react to all three
But now
of
I
them
kinda liked it.
because
Why didn't
well,
he kill me?
it's
I asked
nostalgia reaction.
myself
Obviously,
out
I'm gonna
loud.
react to all three of them to see
I just wasn't in
which
the
one
mood
gave me
to.
the most memory.
Jeff said in a joking tone. "Where the hell did you come from?" I asked him, part joking, part actually curious. "I just happened to see you and thought, let's go mess with Hope." I smiled at him. We walked in silence for what seemed like forever when he finally said, "You know, that you're basically leading a psycho killer to your house.
See,
Right.
Jeff sees sense.
It's cute how you trust me enough that you actually show me your house." "Well, Jeff, excuse me, I'm not scared of you. So what's the real harm?" He looked confused, but
What's
rolled
the
with
real
it.
harm?
And he followed me
He
into
will
my house
kill
and sat
you.
down on the
He's Jeff
couch.
the killer. He'll slaughter you
Well,
without a second
"Make yourself
thought.
at home," I said sarcastically, rolling my eyes at him. I walk into her room. Not
Now,
bad,
apparently
I think to
MBK,
myself, as I
apparently
walk
the
around her
YouTuber
room, I
knew
see pictures of her
MBK,
from
she
when
made
she
a
was a little
video
girl.
about
pick up
them
the picture.
dating or
She
something.
looked a little younger, posing
So
with a
apparently they
guy.
knew each other,
I looked
so
at
I'm
his face,
curious
just trying to
as
study.
to what MBK would think
Why
of
did
this
he look so
narration.
familiar?
Like, it would have been really interesting
I
to
walked
see
down
him
the
voice
stairs to
this
find Hope
Jeff.
reading a book.
It
was Stephen
it
King's
probably
It.
wouldn't have been very good, but it would have been funny.
"That's a good book." I laugh at her. Yeah. I kind of have a strange obsession with anything scary. I pulled out the picture. "What was this?" I asked her. She had this sad smile on her face. Oh, shit. She's going to cry. "That's my dad. He was, killed a couple months ago." Her voice started to quiver. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't control myself. I reached out and hugged her.
Yeah, let's
Didn't
face
want to
it.
see her cry.
If Jeff was really
She looked
going
up
to
at
hug
me,
someone,
her
he'd
big
better hug them to
blue eyes
death.
watering. "Jeff, what are you doing?" I
I'm
began to
sorry if
speak.
I'm not getting a
I smiled
reaction
at her and
out of
grabbed her
this,
hand.
but this is
"It's okay,
kind of.
Hope."
This
I
isn't
leaned in
really
and kissed
very
her forehead.
nostalgic. It's actually kind of
She
boring,
blushed
but
Smiled.
I'm
I
gonna
wiped that
continue.
tear
I'm
from
gonna
her eye.
continue on with the
And then
story
I
to
heard
see
her
where it
mother pull
actually
into the
goes.
driveway.
And if it does get boring,
I gotta
I
go,
probably
said.
won't react
She
to
smiled and
the
waved
other
at me.
Jeff
As I
story.
leave her house and start to walk into
But
the
don't
forest,
worry,
I
this
realize that I
October
still
I
have
plan
a photo
on
of her dad.
plan
with
on
me.
reacting to a much better
Nice to meet
Jeff
his face one more
story.
time.
the morgue file case
Do I
2.
know him?
Go check out the Keys now on David Neal's channel,
just
because it's
happened?
really good.
Did he like
And I'm
me?
looking forward to it.
There's no way. When I kissed him, he kissed back. I smile crying until my mom calls me down. I get up and see my mom talking to her asshole boyfriend Joe.
The story is a bit
He also
cringy,
happens
but
to be a policeman.
somehow the
He's dressed in
narration
uniform.
makes it better, because it's such a soothing voice. And
What do you want?
I could imagine
I
myself
snarl at
listening
him.
to it
He takes
in
off his
bed
sunglasses.
while sleeping,
We need
and
to
not in
ask you a few questions.
a messed up
If you wouldn't
way.
mind following me.
I only
He says.
came to hear the
I
voice.
look up at my mom, who is just standing there shaking her head at me. I get in the passenger seat of his police car and he drives me to the station. Wouldn't be the first time I was there. I didn't want him to find about Jeff. I got up and walked out of his office. Get back here, he screamed at me. I kept walking.
Oh,
There was
wow,
no way I was
rebellious
going to
of
take
her.
abuse from him. I walk out of the police station and head towards my house. It's freezing cold and I didn't want to bring a sweatshirt. Good going, Hope. I walk for a while and then sigh. I'm lost. It's freezing, it's getting dark, and I'm lost. I felt hands wrap around my waist. Thinking it's Jeff, I turn around. But it wasn't Jeff. It was my ex-boyfriend Mike and his fucking army of goons. Oh, yay. What do you want? I spit at him. Don't you know it's not safe for a beautiful young girl like you to be walking around at night? I try to run away, but it's no use. I'm stuck here. He starts kissing me. I kick him in the balls and he screams like a little girl. I try running, but I'm circled. All his minions have baseball bats. Oh no. Shouldn't have done that, sweetheart, he says with anger in his voice. One of the boys hit my knee and I fell to the ground. I asked,
are we going to get
a little
any
scared.
closure
She looked
or
to
background
me,
story
about to say
into why
something, then shut
Mike
up.
is her ex-boyfriend?
I'll let him explain. As Sarah walked out, I saw Jeff walk in. His white hoodie had more blood on it than last time. Oh, I didn't
Wait,
care.
Sarah
I
was
smiled
with
as
Jeff?
he came and sat on the bed.
How is she
How
not
are you
freaking out?
feeling? He said, and grabbed my hand. I felt my face grow hot and I blushed.
Sorry if I keep
ribs
talking
hurt.
throughout the
I
video,
can't really
but
move.
for some
He said,
reason, like I
struggling
said
to sit
before,
up. He helped me up.
the app doesn't let me pause the video.
What happened? The smile on his face was less psychotic than usual. Well, I heard you scream, so I rushed to where you were and I saw you blacked out laying on the ground as the boys hit you with bats. Naturally, I got pissed off and you're here. He chuckled and gave me the cute little smile that he always did.
Sure,
After I finished
sure,
those excuses
sure,
of
if a
a
bloody up grin could be
boys,
considered
I
cute.
picked you a spare room.
Wait, how
I
did he
laughed a little
know
and then
where
stopped and
Sarah
grabbed my
lived?
ribs. They hurt really bad. Jeff saw my pain and offered me help. He told me I should get some rest. He kissed my forehead and walked out.
I'm just
Sarah
gonna
ran
maybe
in
stalk her.
and was about to give me a
just to
huge
kill her.
hug, but I'm in love with a killer. I sat on Sarah's couch watching Adventure Time.
No, well,
I cannot say.
yeah,
I'm
I
a
guess
huge fan
it
of it
would
myself,
be. I
but
guess it
know
would be
Hope likes
strange
it,
to any
so
normal
why not give
person,
it a
but
shot?
you know,
I couldn't
there's
get it
no
out
such
of my
thing as
head.
normal.
I know I'm going to get in trouble for talking with not just one, but two humans. I heard the door
Humans?
shut from Hope's room.
That big
Sarah came
human,
and
what
sat
is
down
it,
on the chair
papyrus
next to
now?
mine. We sat awkwardly for a while from Hope's room.
That big
Sarah came
human,
and
what
sat
is
down
it,
on the chair
papyrus
next to
now?
mine. We sat awkwardly for a while, and then she looked over at me. She really likes you. I sat there. I felt my smile widen. My heart started to pound. I love her, I said. I haven't said these words since I killed my whole family.
Wait, we're in Jeff's point
Do
of
you
view
even
now?
know what that means? Do you know what this means? She says. No. It means that you're not bad at all.
Not bad at all, he killed people.
Bad at all. What are you talking about? I am a cold-blooded killer,
He gets
I
it.
said. I know, but what I'm saying is that you had a chance to kill Hope, but you didn't. You're not 100% killer. I thought for a second.
No, you're right. Jeffrey Keaton
You're
is
like-
100% killer. He's
it's
not
like
way
you're
better Jeff the killer than this.
becoming more sane. You won't hurt her or anything she loves, or it'll get to you. Oh,
I don't know why anyone, I don't know
I
why
have to go. I'm
no
old.
one has made
She
a
looked at me
normally
confused.
studio Jeff
Come back
fanfic,
soon.
because I
Hope
think
will want to
that
see you.
Jeff has made us sympathize with him in the right way, you know, without
Not after this. She won't.
glorifying murder. Normally the studio
I choked
made
back
Jeff
to tears.
sympathetic the right way, so
I got up,
they need more
brushed
credit,
my
I
hair,
think.
put on makeup, and changed into shorts with purple leggings underneath. Went to Forest, I think. Oh, and
He
you
went
were
into
good
the
enough to
Jeffrey
come home, so
Woods.
I thought you might like sleeping in your
That
own
was a
bed.
terrible joke,
She
I'm
chuckled
sorry.
and walked over to my brother. I put on my purple hoodie. I had to get some air. I missed Jeff already. No, please stop! Someone screamed. I quickly ran to where I heard a yell. It was at the playground I first met Jeff at. I listened very carefully. There were faint cries coming from the sandbox. I walked over and there was a little girl wearing a pink dress crying. Her face was buried in her lap.
Yay, Charlie Williams.
Honey, hey, are you okay? He saw the urgency in my eyes.
I would have
Fine,
seriously
get in here.
I would have seriously considered getting. I
He
would
didn't
have
have eyes,
seriously
but if he
wanted
did,
Kai
he
Nell
would have been
or
rolling them.
J.D.
He pulled a lever
Miller
that
from
opened a
the
secret
two
cabinet.
people who voiced
Your
Slender Man in the
file's in the third
theater
drawer,
voice
Jeff.
Slender
I
Man in
grabbed
this. I
them.
think it would have been fun.
And little girl, her eyes are hypnotic. How could I resist such a sweet little girl? I would love to play with you, Sally, I said, grabbing her hands. Great, follow me, Sally said, as she led me outside. Honestly, I didn't feel comfortable going this far away from my home, but I couldn't say stop. In fact, I couldn't say anything. Ready? We're going to play hide and seek. I'm going to count, and you do not want me to find you. She said, laughing. I noticed the blood was streaming down her face again. I got to Hope's house. She wasn't there. I did see Sarah inside, sitting on the couch,
point of view.
I
What
knocked
the
on the
heck?
window. It was Tuesday. Because I skipped school yesterday, my mom made me go today. As I was doing my hair, though, I remembered I was going to visit his family. I sighed and put on a short black dress with skulls with black tights underneath, so my butt didn't hang.
Oh, no edgy.
Then I do my makeup. I look in the mirror, just want to make a good impression. I tried to sound
Oh,
confident,
it's easy
but I was
to make a
actually
good
very
impression in front of a mansion of
nervous. You don't have to
murderers.
worry about
Just
a
pretend to
thing.
be one of them.
They will all love you. Jeff hugged me. I wish I could hang out with you all day, but I really have to go to school in like 20 minutes. I told him. He sighed. He gave me this sad puppy face. I shoved him and told him to knock it off.
Jeff would
Then I
not have
pulled him in and
he
kissed
would
him.
not pull a puppy
Are you
face.
better now?
I don't
Yes.
think
Much.
it can even physically
went.
possible for him to do
Don't
that.
worry. I'll see you tonight, Hope. My heart fluttered out of my chest. I looked at my
Would it
watch.
even be physically
Shit,
possible for
I
Jeff to
say.
pull a puppy
I
dog
my brother
face?
and get my car keys. I dropped my brother off out front while I found a spot to park. I had to park my black badass Dodge Charger right next to Stephanie Abby's pink SUV. I laughed. Well, at least I have one thing better than her, I thought to myself. Stephanie deserved it. She made sure that my life was a living hell. I got out of my car and locked it. As I walked up to the door of the building, I saw Rhett and Sarah being harassed by some of the kids in their grade. I got really pissed off and walked up to them. Hey, what's going on? I asked. Cut your wrist or something?
Hey, that's going too
That
far.
is way too far. I'll ask you once, and I'll ask you nicely. Leave them.
I will say there is nothing wrong with being an emo.
Alice
Like,
looked at me and said,
I mean, I don't consider
What
myself
if I do
emo. I
this?
consider myself a
"Hey,
goth.
Sarah." She
But,
tried
yeah.
pushing away, but he was too strong. Then out of nowhere, Rhett tackles the kid to the ground. "Stay off my girl, you asshole," he screams as he beats the shit out of him. Sarah's sitting down crying. I'm trying to comfort her when two large boys put their hands over our mouths. They carry us to the empty warehouse nearby, where we are both tied up, sitting in chairs. A guy who looked about 21 walked out from the shadows. "Hey there, beautiful." He walks up to Sarah. "Leave her alone," I shouted. "Oh, there's another girl. I usually only
Yep,
get one."
every creepypasta fan
Looks over
fiction
and
has
sees what
to
I'm wearing.
feature a sexual assault
"You
in one
sweet
form
thing.
or
Were
another.
you waiting for your boyfriend?" he asks. "You're a funny kid. You know that?" We laughed and then heard Hope scream. We ran to the abandoned warehouse. Rhett's jaw dropped. Sarah was lying on
Wait,
the
you
ground.
didn't say
She
you
refused to
didn't
take off
you
her clothes,
didn't
so
say
we knocked
Jeff's
her out.
point of view.
She was laying on the floor in
Again.
her own blood. I screamed and he walked towards me with a sledgehammer. Then I
Didn't
saw
even
Jeff
try to
bust
put
the
on the
door
Jeff
with Rhett
voice.
behind him. Jeff pounced on the man and slit his throat, then whispered, "Go to sleep," in his ear. Rhett ran to Sarah's side. He picked up her bridal style and held her close, tears streaming down his cheeks. Jeff then untied me and we got out of there before anyone else could get their hands on us. We made it back to the school and jumped in my car. Jeff drove because I was still all shaken up by the fact that I was almost raped. We got to my house and Rhett
Whoa,
took Sarah
come
to the
on.
hospital. Me and Jeff
Why
sat
does
in my
every
room.
creepypasta
Looked
fanfic
in the
have
mirror
to
and
feature
saw I had
rape?
a
Come on,
bloody
that's
lip.
a touchy subject.
"Great," I said, leaning into Jeff's chest. "It's not that bad. Trust me, they won't care." He reassured me. We watched TV until he looked at the clock. "Are you ready?" I took a deep breath. Yeah, I think so." We walked up to the edge of the forest. "Are you scared?" he asked me. "No. Why do you ask?" Or I don't see
It's always
anyone
a
but Sally
mansion.
sitting on the playground with her doll. "You wait here, and I'll go get the others." He kisses me and walks away. I blushed because Sally saw us kiss and gave me a way to go smile. Then she came and sat next to me. "Hey, so I wanted to say sorry about trying to kill you the other day," she says in a cute little voice.
Oh
It's
yeah,
okay.
sorry I almost
It's just
killed
part
you.
of life
Oh,
for you
it's
guys.
alright, I forgive you.
I would love to start over, though. She smiled and held out her hand. I shook it. "My name is Sally. I'm sure you already knew that. I never did catch your name, though." "I'm Hope," I said, smiling. And then I felt someone grab my shoulders. I turned around and he kissed me on the cheek. He looked like Link from Legend of Zelda. "You guys are so immature," he mumbled. "Jeffrey, I know where he is," Sally shouted at him. "Where?" he asked. "He's out hunting," she said in a dark voice, and then giggled. "This is why you are my favorite. He goes on and on about you." They laughed and Jeff's pale face turned a little hint of red. He was extremely embarrassed. "Well, we will leave you two lovebirds alone," Ben said, mouthing
Oh yeah,
calmly
this
to
is
him.
turning to
I
Twilight.
flipped him off and he winked. "So, why do you all live here together?" I asked.
Because it's a
None
fan fiction, that's
of
why.
us have anywhere else to go. Plus, oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. He then whistled in a big husky with a crazy smile. Ran up to him, paying no attention to me. Thank God. "Smile, this is Hope. If you hurt her, I will kill you."
Smile
Smile turned and
isn't
looked at
even
me,
a
then he
real
licked my hand
dog.
and nuzzled his head in
It's
my
not
lap.
even a physical
I
dog,
laughed.
it's a
"He's so
demonic
cute," I told
photo
Jeff.
possessed by a
Yeah, I
demon.
love him to death.
It's a
Jeff
cursed
strokes the big
photo,
husky.
not a physical
Shit,
being.
it's getting dark fast, I say, looking out the window. "You can stay here tonight. Text your mom and just tell her you're with Sarah in the hospital." I looked up at him and smiled. "Are you sure?" Through the night, though, I realized he got
But
up, put his white hoodie on, and
it
grabbed
is
his knife.
pretty. It's taking all the creepypasta
"That's my
cliches.
Jeff the killer," I say to myself as he walked out the room. When I woke up, I was in a white room, laying on the floor. "Jeff?" I yelled. No reply.
Oh no.
You won't be seeing him.
The chicken's a capture
Time
magnet,
soon.
isn't she?
A woman says. Who the hell are you? I yelled. Oh, there is no need to shout. She looked at me sternly. My name is Jane. I
Oh,
felt tears
Jane,
well up in my eyes.
seriously?
Please let me go. Whoever you are, I need to see Jeff. She laughed. I will let you go after you listen to me. The downside is that after I tell you, you won't want to go back to your sweet little Jeff.
I don't like to think of Jane as the bad guy. Jane isn't the bad guy. Why doesn't every
I already knew that.
Why doesn't every
Dumbass.
Jeff fanfic portray her as the bad one? She's more innocent than Jeff of all things.
Oh, dear, of course not. I'm not dumb enough to tell you something you clearly already know. I looked around the big room. How am I going to get out of here? She smirks at me. All my blood in my body
Jane isn't evil.
heats up.
Like, Jane isn't evil. She would never kill anyone other than
About
Jeff.
my father,
At least in my opinion.
I said. What if I told you that you were closer to the killer than you think? I had to think for a second. Are you saying that you killed my father? I asked, hoping with all my might it was her and not Jeff. Pathetic girl. You're not even worth the ground you sit on. You know who did it, but you're too shallow to admit it. Why would he do that? I asked, crying. She walks over to me and puts her hand on my back. He's not who you think he is. He is a cold-hearted killer. He doesn't care about you. He only cares about seeing the blood of his victims spill.
Jane sees sense
She
too.
told me everything would be okay. I come back.
It's funny, Jane seems to be the antagonist and she makes the most sense.
Something wasn't right. I look around and realize that Hope was gone. I checked everywhere for something. I did find a note on her pillow that said, "Gotcha. Now just go to sleep, Jeffy." I saw the note and instantly knew who wrote it. I go into Ben's room and he's sleeping.
I thought
kicked his bed. Get up, you
I thought
lazy
I'd make a
asshole.
Jeffy no.
He
I thought
stretched
I'd
and
make a
looked at the
Jeffy
alarm
noise
clock sitting next to him. His
while
eyes widened.
she mentioned her name.
Fuck, bro. It's 2 a.m. I handed him the note. Jane was here. Please help me find her, I begged. You owe me one. He got up. We went to Jane's old house and found her sitting there playing with a knife. Oh, hello, Jeff. I was expecting you, but not your midget. You're smarter than I thought. Ben was pissed and I had to hold him back. Where is she? I asked.
Where is
He
she?
panicked.
I'm
At
like
her
Jeff.
house. What did you do to her?
Jane isn't evil.
I look over at my window and see Jeff. I held back tears and drew the strength to open
She's
my
the
window.
nice one.
What? I asked. What did Jane tell you? He demanded. I felt a tear roll down my cheek. You damn know. Well, what you did. I said. I don't know what she told you. You killed my father. I couldn't control my tears anymore. He looked at the ground. You knew. The whole time, and you never told me. I
Sorry,
cried.
that was
He reached for me and I pushed him away.
Mum.
Leave me alone, I said. Without saying another word, he left. I sat there, alone, and cried. 3 months later, I miss Jeff. I
Why
haven't
would
seen
you
him
miss
for a couple
him?
months now. But I'm pretty positive that he visits me in my sleep. But he also haunts my dreams. I'm still mad at him for not telling me that he killed my dad. I cry at night. I'm super depressed. Sarah and Rhett try to calm me down, but they can't. I haven't told them why I don't see Jeff anymore.
Why not?
It was a school
He
day.
killed your
And
father.
I was
You should
once
tell
again forced
them.
to go. I got up, did my hair, and put on my makeup. I threw on jeans and some random t-shirt. I didn't care how I looked. I picked up Sarah, dropped her, and read off out front. I parked and walked to my locker. Someone slammed it right in my face. Hey, slut. It was Stephanie. I started to walk
Oh,
away,
of course.
but she grabbed my
Yeah.
shoulder.
Of
Did
course,
I
every
say
fan
you could
fiction
walk
has to
away, bitch?
has
She
to
snapped at
include
me. I don't have to listen to you.
edgy
He
slur
said. She
too.
punched me right in the nose. I fell to the ground. I got up and walked away. She followed me and pinned me against the wall. Where's your little boyfriend? To save you now. I felt tears build up in my eyes. I took my chance and ran to the history teacher's room. No one was in there. I just sat there and cried. Then I felt someone tap my shoulder. I looked up and it was my teacher, Mr. R.
Oh,
No
God.
one exactly knew how to pronounce his last name. Oh, what are you doing? Are you all right? I looked up at him.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. He sat down next to me. Tell me what happened, he said. My boyfriend left me and now people... I don't know. I cried. He leaned over and kissed me. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
I
come
outed
on,
him.
no.
I don't know why a boy would leave you. You're so beautiful when you're sad.
Okay, no,
He said,
no,
leaning
no.
into me.